Hello friends, here in this video we are going to see a problem on pentagonal pyramid. Here is the question. A pentagonal pyramid of 30 mm edge of base and 60 mm axis height is lying on one of its triangular face in VP, and the edge of base contained by that triangular face makes an angle of 45 degree to HP. Draw the front view and top view keeping base nearer to observer. So this is the problem in front of us. I will be explaining the initial conditions. First, by reading the problem, it is understood that the type of solid is a pentagonal pyramid. So I will draw the diagram for that and explain it. So here is the pentagonal pyramid having the base in the form of a pentagon, that is a five-sided figure, and here it has 5 corners. Those 5 corners are connected to a common vertex or apex point O. Then it has these slant edges, and then there are 5 slant edges and 5 triangular faces. Now, I'll read the question and explain the initial condition. A pentagonal pyramid of 30 mm edge of base and 60 mm axis height is lying on one of its triangular face in VP. It means there are 2 ways in which the pentagon can be drawn. There are 2 ways in which we can draw the pentagon. Either it is resting on its corner, like in this problem. Here it is resting on this corner, point A. Otherwise it can rest on an edge like AB. So in the problem it is given that it is lying on one of its triangular face. So if I join the faces, that is, here if I keep the apex and forming the triangular faces, this is just a rough diagram so that I can explain the initial condition. Here is apex O. Here also apex. Now, out of the 2 conditions, I have to select one condition. If I check the first one, here since it is resting on its corner, if I tilt this pyramid onto the right hand side, because in case of solids we are going to make them inclined or tilt them on the right hand side. So if I tilt this pyramid, it will be resting on its slant edge OA and not the triangular face. But if I see the second condition, in which if it is resting on an edge AB, Then if I tilt this pyramid, it will be resting on this triangle OAB. So that is the triangular face on which it will rest. So as per the given question, the pentagonal pyramid is lying on one of its triangular face in VP. The second condition is correct. So we have to draw the pentagonal pyramid in this form. Now as it is resting in VP, so in the front view we are going to see the pentagonal base. If it was resting in HP, then in the top view we would have seen that pentagonal base. So starting this question by drawing the pentagon in VP. Let us get started with the solution. XY line VP HP. As the pentagonal pyramid is resting in VP, we have to draw this condition resting on an edge in VP, that is in the front view. So starting with that, drawing a light vertical line. The side is pentagonal pyramid of 30 mm edge, so I'll mark 30 here. Then in case of a pentagon, the edge is inclined at 72-degree angle. So here from this point I am going to measure 72 degree. On one side, 72 degree on the other side. Joining them with a light line first. Joining with a light line. Next. So now here I'll mark this edge into the compass, which is a 30 mm edge. edge. Next, keeping this same 30, same distance, I am going to draw an arc here. Next, keeping here, I'll cut this arc. So here I am getting this intersection point, so joining it will give me the edge of the pentagon, and on the other side as well. Next, I am going to mark the apex, and for that here I will have to take the midpoint of this side, which is 30. So midpoint will be at 15, joining that midpoint to the opposite corner. Then either from any one of the sides, like for example this side, again this is 30, so taking 15 mm, that is half of this, taking the center and joining it to the opposite corner, light line. Now the intersection of these two lines will give me the apex. So joining it and forming the triangular faces. I'll give the notations here. This point is 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash and 5 dash. At the same time there is apex, so it is O dash. Next, projecting this pentagonal pyramid in the top view. This will be the front view. I have made it light. After completing the top view light, I'll make both of them dark. Projecting the apex, points 2 and 5, point 1 dash. Now the apex is of 60 mm height given, so from this O dash on this line of the apex I'll mark 60, joining it and forming the slant edges of the pentagonal pyramid. Here also I'll give the notations. Point 1, this is 2 and 5. Here 3, 4, and this is the apex, point O. Once I have completed the front view and top view with a light line, I'll make it dark because this is the initial condition of the pyramid. So this is the outline. Next, joining the slant edges. 1 dash to O dash, then 1 dash to 2 dash, or O dash to 2 dash, one triangular face. Similarly, there will be 5 triangular faces because it is a pentagonal pyramid. So this is the front view of the pyramid, which is in VP. Apex. Now, this is the initial condition of the pentagonal pyramid. If I am going to tilt this pyramid onto the right hand side, the triangular face O dash, 3 dash, 4 dash will lie in VP. It means the pentagonal pyramid is lying on its triangular face. For that, I will have to see this triangular face in the top view. It appears as an inclined line, that is the slant edge O34, which appears as an edge in the top view, is actually the triangular face by looking it into the front view. So in order to make it rest in VP, I will have to make this line parallel or coinciding with XY. For that, I am marking a point here, measuring the slant edge from point O till 3 and 4. Keeping it here because it is resting on this triangular face, marking it on XY. So here we have 3, 4, and this is point O of the apex, keeping the same slant edge distance as for 3 and 4. I am going to draw an arc here because I want the complete pyramid. Next, taking this base edge, keeping it on 3 and 4, marking it here. So here I get the point at the intersection of the arcs. So joining them light. Joining them light. Next, I'll have to even mark 2 to 5 and the apex, that is the center line over that, and for that I'll measure the distance from 3 to 4 up to the center line, that is the axis of the pentagonal pyramid, keeping it on 3 to 4. Joining it with the apex will give me the center line or axis of the pentagonal pyramid. Next, point 2 and 5. For that I'll measure the distance from 3 4 up to 2 5. From 3 4 up to 2 5. So here the point is 2 comma 5 and here the point is 1. Joining it with light line first. Next, making this pyramid dark. So this is the pyramid which is resting in VP on its triangular face O34, and in the front view it is O-3-4-. Now here I have drawn the top view of this pyramid which is resting on its triangular face O-3-4- in VP, which is seen as O34 as an edge in the top view. Now by looking at the top view from this direction as an observer, I am going to draw the front view. So I need to project those points first which are closer to the observer. Point 1 is closest. I'll plot it first. With a light line, point 1 will be projected here from 1 dash. So wherever 1 dash and 1 they intersect, that will give me point 1 dash. Next, 2 and 5. Point 2 will be projected. So this gives me point 2 dash. Next, 3 and 4, so point 3. Point 3 dash will be projected horizontally. Three dash. Next, point 4 is on the same line as 3. So here 4 dash has been projected and this will give me point 4 dash. Next, point 5 is on the same line as point 2. So projecting point 5 dash up till here. So there is point 5 dash. Next, apex, that is also visible. So apex will be projected from the front view, that is O dash. O dash and O, their intersection will give me the apex O dash. So I'll join the points, and the joining sequence will be outline will never be hidden, so that would be solid line. So joining 2 dash 3 dash as an edge, next 2 dash to O dash as another edge, similarly O dash to 5 dash, (4) to 5 dash. Now as an observer, point A is closest to the observer, so that will be visible, and connecting that are two edges, 1 dash to 5 dash visible, 1 dash to 2 dash also visible. After drawing it light, now I'll make this pyramid dark. Next, after this, the edge 4 dash to O dash, that will be hidden, going far away from observer. Similarly, O dash to 3 dash, that will also be hidden. So drawing them with dotted line. So here it means the triangular face on which it is resting, that is O dash 3 dash 4 dash, is going behind the observer. Observer is here fixed, so the triangular face is behind the observer, that is why it is hidden. So this is the second condition. Next, it is given that and the edge of base contained by that triangular face. The triangular face on which it is resting is O dash 3 dash 4 dash, and the base edge is 3 dash 4 dash for this triangular base, makes an angle of 45 degree to HP. Inclination is given with HP, so that is theta, 45 degree. Inclination with HP will be seen in VP, and draw the front view and top view keeping base nearer to observer. It means this pyramid will be tilted in such a way, observer is here at the top. So the pyramid will be tilted in such a way that this base, which is a pentagon, is close to the observer, and apex is going closer to XY line. So we have to tilt it in such a way. For that, first it is inclined at 45 degree. So I am going to take a point here and drawing a 45 degree line. Now I'll mark the angle here, 45 degree with HP seen in VP. The base edge 3 to 4 will be marked over this, and the base is closer to the observer, so the pyramid will tilt down. So here I am selecting a point, marking this edge 3 to 4 dash, 3 dash to 4 dash, over it. So this gives me point 3 double dash and point 4 double dash. Next, I'll measure the distance from 3 dash up to this green line. Drawing a perpendicular through this midpoint. Joining it with the help of light line. Now I need to copy this entire pyramid here. So for that I'll measure the distance from this edge 3 to 4 up to the apex point O dash, marking it here. That gives me the apex, which is O double dash. Then, so now here I'll copy this pyramid here. For point 2 dash 5 dash, I'll measure this distance from the edge up to the green line. Mark it over here. Then I'll draw a parallel line from 3 dash 4 dash up to this point, a light line. Next I'll measure the distance from this center up to 5 dash, and same will be the distance up to 2 dash. So measuring that and cutting this line, light line which I have drawn. Next I'll measure the distance from edge 3 to 4 up to 1 dash, and it is lying on this same line like here. So from this edge, which is 3 dash 4 dash up till here. So I'll name the points. This is 5 double dash, 2 double dash, and here we have 1 double dash. Now I will join this in a proper sequence, first with the help of a light line. Next, after drawing it light, now I'll make it dark. Next, connecting 4 double dash O double dash with a hidden line. Then 3 double dash O double dash with a hidden line. Now this pyramid I have copied here, that is the edge 3 double dash 4 double dash is inclined at 45 degree to HP, and the base is nearer to observer. As mentioned in the question, we have made the base closer to observer. Now after this I'll draw the top view for this inclined pyramid. and for that I need to project those points first which are closer to the observer. So if I look into this diagram, points 3 double dash 4 double dash are closer, so I'll plot them first. That is the sequence in which we should draw it. So here we have point 4, point 5 is also almost at the same level. Will be projected from here 2 to 5. So this is 0.5, then 0.3, point 3 is on XY line, so here the intersection is on XY. Next 0.2, the gap is very minimum between 2 and 3, almost they are onto the same line. Point 2, then 0.1, 1 double dash from the front view. Point 1 from the top view. Then apex, which is point O double dash. And here the apex is on XY line, so the intersection will give me apex O. Now joining them in the proper sequence. Outline, first we are going to join that because outline will never be hidden. So 2 to 3 with light line, then 2 to 1, then I'll connect it to the apex. Now when the observer is at the top, this edge 4 to 5 is visible, then the edge 3 to 4 is also visible. In other words, since the base is closer to the observer, so all the points of the base are clearly visible. So I'll make them dark. 2 to 3, 3 to 4 is already on XY line. Next 4 to 5, 5 to 1 and 1 to 2. Next, out of the edges O double dash 5 double dash is visible. So for that O to 5 and O double dash 1 double dash, that is also visible. Next, edge O double dash 2 double dash is going behind the observer. Observer is here, the edge O double dash 2 double dash is behind, so it will be drawn with the help of dotted line. We can say hidden line. Next, this triangular face O double dash 3 double dash 4 double dash looks like a line in the top view, which is O34. Next, here there is triangular face O41, O4 and 5, then O51 and finally O21, which is going behind, so it is not visible. So this is the complete top view. Next, I'll give the dimensioning to it. The edge of base is 30 mm given. So moving parallel to this, edge of base is 30 mm and the axis height is 60. So here I'll mark this axis height as 60. And once I have given the dimensions, we can say that the problem has been completed.